Today I'll be going over the Mugetsu form and Baryon Mode from Bleach and Naruto respectively. If you enjoy this type of content, like and subscribe, and don't forget to press the notification bell. Firstly, I'll be going over Baryon Mode, how it works, its boosts, its abilities, and how I think it would be used most effectively. Baryon Mode is often explained to be similar to nuclear fusion, and people often talk about how baryons are subatomic particles. However, I believe I have a more accurate description. To me, it sounds more like annihilation. This is the process where antimatter and matter come into contact. When they come into contact, they are entirely formed into pure 100% energy. This feels way more like how Baryon Mode works, at least to me. Either way, what Baryon Mode does is take Kurama's chakra and Naruto's chakra and use them together to create an entirely new energy. This new energy is much more powerful than either Naruto or Kurama's chakra. However, usage of this ability causes one of the two to die when their chakra is depleted. We were shown it kills Kurama, not Naruto. But it's fair to say someone with less chakra would die much faster. Baryon Mode amplifies the user's stats to an absolutely insane degree. The speed enhancements are unbelievable. In one showcase of Baryon Mode, we see Naruto easily react and catch the black rod Sasuke's Sharingan was barely able to see, despite having Sasuke kept up with faster-than-light movements in years prior. Besides this, we see Baryon Mode Naruto actually begin to blitz Shiki, who previously was taking on both Naruto and Sasuke equally to his speed. His reaction time obviously has to increase, being impossibly fast. Beyond this, Naruto's physical power increased equally so. We see this when Baryon Mode Naruto is fighting Ishiki. His attacks are actually overpowering Ishiki, who previously was playing ping pong with Naruto and Sasuke as the ball. Even Ishiki is mind blown by the power increase Baryon Mode gave Naruto. The abilities of Baryon Mode include the following: increased speed, increased reflexes, increased strength, possibly increased durability, 9 powerful tails, the ability to drain the life force of the target, and possibly increased jutsu power if it can be used for ninjutsu. Mind you, the power comes at the cost of the user and Kurama's life force until one of them dies, and that's the major drawback. Baryon Mode grants these insane boosts and abilities, however there's a major time restraint to its power. To get the most effective usage of this ability, I think it is smart to grapple the target with your arms to keep them really close quarters, then using the tails to beat and smash the target while you hold them in place. This would cause the life force drain to be applied much more rapidly and dealing damage equally as fast. I mean, looking at the power of the tails in the scene in the bottom left there, I have no doubt it would be very effective and powerful. Your best chances with Baryon Mode would be a quick, decisive battle before you run out of it. Now for Mugetsu. I'll be going over the same things: how it works, its boosts, its abilities, and how I think it would be used most effectively. Mugetsu is a special ability that requires the user to expend all their spiritual energy at once, causing the user to lose all of their Soul Reaper powers. When someone uses this, they become the Getsuga Tensho. The real name of this form is the final Getsuga Tensho. The attack this ability grants is called Mugetsu, or Moonless Sky. Although I feel this naming scheme is kind of backwards, and a lot of people do refer to this form as Ichigo's Mugetsu form, hence why I'm calling it that in the video. In this form, the user emits a black Ryatsu from their body, particularly on their sword arm. This form is a sign of the user's transcendence as they fuse with their Zanpakuto fully, and this ability in particular is very similar to the Quincy ability Let's Still, I believe it's pronounced. The boosts of this ability are actually widely unknown. The entire time Ichigo used it, he didn't physically fight anyone or anything, just one attack. I can assume it boosts speed, strength, etc. However, at the same time, you can assume the opposite and say Ichigo loses all this enhanced speed, strength, etc. to purely put into this one attack. Since it's unknown, it's entirely headcanon whatever I or you think. However, we do know the one ability this power grants. That ability is known as Mugetsu. The user swings their arm, unleashing a stream of black Ryatsu that reaches from the sky to the ground, darkening the sky and completely bisecting the target. This power easily cut Hogyoku Aizen fully in half. However, it could be weaker or stronger depending on the power of the user. So someone weaker wouldn't have nearly as powerful of a Mugetsu. If someone were to be stronger than Ichigo and used the same Mugetsu, it would be stronger. The drawbacks of this ability is the user loses all of their Soul Reaper powers, as well as high levels of exhaustion, which caused Ichigo to fall to his knees. I think we saw the most effective showcase of Mugetsu when Ichigo fought Aizen. The ability is one decisive strike, completely devastating the opponent. The only comment I could make is maybe not doing the attack so far away, and to make sure dodging is impossible. Though the speed of the attack could be fast enough, dodging isn't even a worry at that range. Other than that, I can't say much about Mugetsu's usage. There are two ways to compare Mugetsu and Baryon Mode. I can say how they work against each other, if pitted against each other, or I can look at the two of them and see which would objectively be better against, like, whoever. So I'm going to do both. When compared to each other, there are some obvious differences. For example, we know Baryon Mode enhances speed, strength, reflexes, and more. However, we have no idea if Mugetsu does or doesn't. We can assume, but once again, that would be headcanon without distinct proof. What we do know is that Aizen didn't dodge Mugetsu, and with this we can imply Aizen was unable to dodge. We can assume someone with Baryon Mode also wouldn't be able to dodge Mugetsu. With these pieces of information, I'd say if you took two clones of equal power and made them fight, one having Baryon Mode and the other having Mugetsu, I think 9 times out of 10, Mugetsu is winning. This only applies if they're used against each other. Now I will just compare them as abilities instead of against each other. As I said previously, Baryon Mode grants increased speed, increased reflexes, increased strength, possibly increased durability, 9 powerful tails, the ability to drain the life force of the target, and possibly increased jutsu power if it can be used for ninjutsu. Then in comparison, Mugetsu grants the possibility of increased reflexes, increased speed, increased strength, and increased durability, but we don't really know, so all that is headcanon. Besides that, it has the one attack containing all of the user's power in a single blow. Baryon Mode takes the power of both Kurama and the user, burning both to make a new energy, even more powerful than before. The user then uses this energy over a short period of time. In contrast to this, Mugetsu takes all of the user's energy and outputs it into a single lethal attack. Each has their own advantages and disadvantages. However, Baryon Mode seems to have a big flaw in my opinion. Since it's a more gradual usage of power, it cannot deal the explosive, decisive blow like Mugetsu. What I'm saying is Baryon Mode is a flame, and Mugetsu is a bomb. The flame has more energy if you were able to utilize the whole flame over time, but that flame will burn out, and you may not be able to hold the enemy into that flame. While Mugetsu shoots less energy total, but all at once. So while in the hands of the same user, you could potentially get more out of Baryon Mode, you are less likely to get the full potential of its ability before it runs out. Also, if the user is weaker, that boost will be drastically shorter for Baryon Mode. And the Mugetsu attack would just be like weaker in comparison. Baryon Mode would be just as strong, but you don't have absolutely insane levels of chakra. You would run out and die in seconds or less. With Mugetsu, all it would do is decrease the strength of the attack. Nothing more, nothing less. And if you go beyond what they did, if you were stronger, Baryon Mode would be only proportionally stronger, and would only last the same time we've seen due to Kurama dying first. With Mugetsu, it would just increase the power of the attack. Overall, I think Baryon Mode is too situational to be as useful / powerful as Mugetsu. Baryon Mode made Naruto stronger than Ishiki, but he ran out of the power before he could fully defeat Ishiki. However, in contrast, if you were to make Naruto the same strength, but he used Mugetsu instead of Baryon Mode, obviously assuming everything transferred to Bleach power, I personally believe a Mugetsu Naruto would kill Ishiki with that one attack. If you disagree, you're wrong, but you're entitled to your opinion. I hope you all enjoyed the video. It's obvious I'm new to the whole YouTube and my videos quality are bad, so if you have any feedback, please comment it below. And after that, like the video and subscribe so you can give feedback on the next video too. If you have any additional comments to make about Baryon Mode versus Mugetsu, please comment below.